Hello, I'm Doran Ellen Beldotan, and this is Tzfat. It's just about daybreak. Full moon is still out and very beautiful. See if we can get you into focus, buddy. I guess not. You know, there are an awful lot of advice givers on the internet, and I suppose I'm one of them. I would like to suggest a number of questions that you should be asking someone before you take any advice from them. First of all, is the world around them peaceful? I think this is a pretty respectable level of peace, considering I'm pretty close to the northern border and we're supposed to be at war. Other questions you should be asking are you reasonably physically healthy? I wouldn't say my level of physical health is reasonable. I'll be 67 next month, and there are certainly people my age that are more active and healthier than I am. So that part of my learning is obviously lacking something. Another question you should be asking someone is your spouse happy? Are they happy with you? Are they happy in general? Are they happy that they married you? And another question you should be asking is, are your children living basically healthy lives? Are they functioning? Are they able to find satisfaction in life? How are they doing? And another question that you should be asking anybody who tries to give you advice is, are you able to make a living? Or do you have enough money, but not too much, such that you do not have to make any moral compromises in order to be able to keep hide and hair together? Are you able to sustain yourself in the physical world without making any moral compromises? And the next question you should be asking is, if anybody who wants to give you any kind of religious advice is, are you trying to answer questions for me that I should really be directing to Hashem? Are you just sharing the benefit of your experience with me? Or are you trying to be some kind of a go-between so that I listen to you instead of strengthening my relationship with Hashem? Do you trust me to be able to establish a relationship with Hashem? Or do you think that you have to teach me because I don't have the ability to be able to get a direct message from Hashem? Those are the kinds of questions that you should be asking someone. You should be asking about their lives. You know, it used to be when we lived in small towns that the rabbis' lives were very much on display. People knew exactly who their wife was, people knew who their parents were, people knew who their kids were, their grandkids. They knew how they lived their lives. They knew that if they were sneaking out in the middle of the night, they knew all this stuff. So when someone would try to teach them, they would know whether or not the person was walking the walk or just talking the talk. Today with the internet, we don't have that direct contact with someone. Now, certainly somebody can say something that inspires us, and that's okay, but are they living according to that? We don't know. And you don't really know about me. You only know what I say and whether or not you find that entertaining. But you don't know if I'm for real, do you? And so my last piece of advice to someone who's really looking to find holiness in their life is to go to Hashem directly. Believe that you can. Have the faith in yourself to know that you're able to establish a direct relationship with God, and to be able to understand the inspiration that you're going to get when you ask God a question. Nobody should ever be an intercessor. Nobody. No rabbi, not Yeshu, not anybody should ever be an intercessor. Sometimes we can share our experiences because we may be 10 or 20 or 30 years older than someone, and we may have walked that walk, and so we give some benefit of our experience that every generation doesn't have to reinvent the wheel, and that's okay. But all of these people that are trying to make you dependent on them for information, really be a little bit cautious with them. Somebody really loves you, they will never ever prevent you from doing that which you can do. They will never ever make you dependent when you can be independent. They will always be encouraging you to be your best self. And so my advice to people who are listening to advice is trust yourself to get the answers that you really need directly from God in the best way suited for you, in the language that you can best understand, in the way in which you can best understand it, and put the professional advice givers of all kinds kind of aside. Thank you for listening. And good morning.